Hello and welcome back to my channel. Yes, it is 2020, it's February, and we are going to be doing our first Fragrance Friday of the year. Yeah, I love Fragrance Fridays. It's been a while since I've done one. I know I did one a while back, 2019, it feels like such a long time ago, but if you've seen my previous videos that I've done these past few weeks, you'll know that, hey, I've got work to do. But now that I have made myself more available for the channel, you'll see a lot more videos coming out during the weeks and months ahead. That said, today, as the title suggests, or describes, states, we're taking a look at a brand that we've come across before, but as they have so many amazing fragrances and such an interesting concept, it would be great. I thought it would be great to kind of revisit the brand and also go through their fragrance portfolio. Now remember, all these fragrances are available on Muazo, and without further ado, let's just kick off. Today, we are taking a look at a new release by one of my favorite fragrance brands, or niche fragrance brands, Bon Parfumeur. So French, I love it. Bon Parfumeur. This is 801, and if you have come across the brand before, you will know, or seen my previous video, you will know that these guys have some interesting way of cataloging their fragrances. They all have a particular prefix and a particular color, which suggests where they sit in kind of like the fragrance family and kind of what their tone will be. So in this case, we're looking at, I would say, 801, slightly masculine scent, with a, I'll say masculine, yeah, fresh. So this sits in aromatic and fresh, and because it's got a hint of cedar, I think it probably sits in the masculine arena. So let's take a look at this. 801 by Bon Parfumeur. Hints of, if you can catch that, sea spray, cedar, and grapefruit. I love how on the front everything's written in French, so French, and on the back you have a wonderful translation of what's actually there, or the notes that are going to be in there. So as usual, we'll just kick off. This blue sleeve comes right off, pops open so neatly. 30 ml bottle on display, beautiful little bottles, very simple, love the minimalist nature of them. Pops right out, stick your finger in the back, pops out. You may have seen this in the unboxing video that I did first time around. Apologies if I keep looking up, I've just mounted the monitor up top recently to see if I could get a bit more of a tidier setup. Cables all over the place, I wish you could see behind the scenes. Anyway, here we are. This is the bottle of 801 by Bon Parfumeur, and as far as I'm aware, this is a recent addition to the BP family, only released late last year, so you may or may not be familiar with this, or you may or may not have come across this. Look how tiny it is, 30 ml. Woo. Getting a bit excited. I think we should just kick off. As it states, this is going to be to make sure it's correct, this is going to be sea spray. I was going to say sea salt for a second there. Sea spray, cedar, and grapefruit. So it should be fresh, bracing, warm, woody, spicy kind of, along with this kind of like, I imagine, this kind of like zesty, tangy, mouth-watering kind of side to it as well. I am guessing. So, ta-da! Here's the, what's a strange sound? Ta-da! But anyway, getting very excited and looking forward to trying this. As usual, we have our strip. Let's kick off. Oh, such a good plume. I love this. Let's just if you can get this. Bam! Look at that. Okay, yeah, it's there. It's lovely. Well, I say immediately, it's lovely, but I mean, it's a fragrance. Fragrances, they're all kind of going to be pleasant unless the whole purpose of them is to be disgusting. But By the way, thank you for being so patient over the past few months, and for your comments, encouraging comments in relation to my last few videos and to the whereabouts, to my whereabouts. You know what? I thought that would be a lot more up your nose and kind of like a bit more, not offensive, I don't want to say offensive, I thought that would be a lot more pungent almost, but it's so pleasant. I don't know, I just thought it would be a bit more in the nature of kind of like mouth-watering and woody, but it's, I mean, if I didn't know that that the notes were kind of like cedar, it would be tricky to kind of point it out. This isn't masculine or feminine. This is absolutely, this is subtle, and that, you know what, they've called it sea spray. I don't know, I think my initial reaction was, or my initial thoughts were, I would call this sea salt. This is, that's nice. That's nice, but subtle, and it's almost like it deserves more, like it needs to really to wear a lot of it. Oh, that's better. I think this requires more than one or two pumps to really dig out that cedar, because it's there. It's there now, considering this is a lot more saturated. So if you weren't familiar with the scent of cedar, you may be mistaken of thinking of black pepper, like a woody, wet wood, spicy black pepper, cinnamon bark kind of sensation. But cedar is one of those fragrances that is very, very popular and works really well because it just has universal appeal. I'm really getting involved in there. That's nice. That is salty. The cedar adds a wonderful woody spiciness. The grapefruit does come through, and it is fresh and highly, highly complimentary. Like, it works. But on that same note, you would be mistaken of thinking that there were only two notes in this. But the grapefruit, because you know it's there, it really, really brings it together. And I would say it's probably more dominant over time. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Definitely day wear. Yep, it's day wear. It's extremely gender neutral. And like all Bon Parfumeur fragrances, the whole idea is that you can collect a number of them, hence why they're really reasonably priced. You collect a number of them, you can then mix different fragrance houses, so you can look for different prefixes to then mix and match, and to make your own kind of scent profile. I was going to say flavor profile, but your own scent profile that essentially becomes unique to you, which is the wonderful thing about the whole range and the concept, and what I like about it so much. See, in the bottle, there's literally nothing. It's all locked away in here, but as soon as it comes out, I would definitely say it's not going to fill a room. When you enter, this is not going to take over a room. It's very subtle. It's very, very... This is a good scent if you're a subtle person. If you appreciate subtlety rather than extravagance or overwhelming an environment. This is a subtle presence. This is very nice. And again, if you didn't know there was grapefruit in it, you could be mistaken for thinking it was something else. You could be going, oh, is that lime or is that citrus? But because you know there's grapefruit, and if you're experienced grapefruit, they need to be a bit more specific, I think, with this. This is almost grapefruit zest. Like it's subtle, it's tasty. It's not like the meaty, fleshy, mouth-watering kind of first bite of the innards of a grapefruit. This is the subtle nail squish of the outside of a grapefruit, the kind of smell of the rind, the up close freshness of a grapefruit. This is very nice, very subtle. The salty freshness stays there. The cedar eventually kind of removes or steps away to allow you to join the freshness that is very aquatic. Sea fresh, sea breeze, sea salt. This is almost, if you took a grapefruit, if you took a grapefruit for a walk along a breezy English British coastline, gave it a squeeze, and then get hit in the face with the salt and the zest. So it's the best way I can describe it. It's lovely. It's one of those scents that will stay with you. You can put it on, it will remain. You will get compliments on it for sure, because I think this is a universally appealing fragrance for sure. Absolutely delicious. Okay, so I'm not going to say any more, but that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed discovering and rediscovering Fragrance Fridays and discovering 801 by Bon Parfumeur. Now, this is a French label. It is very niche, only available in a few stores in the UK, and I'm really happy to be one of the stockists. So I'll leave a link below if you want to grab one, grab one. They are very reasonably priced, and you get free delivery in the UK, so aren't you lucky? That said, if you have tried this or tried any of the range, leave a comment below. If you're curious to learn more, ask me a question. I always love hearing from all of you. And to everyone who's a subscriber, thank you for tuning in and subscribing and giving me your support. And if you're not a subscriber and you're watching this, come on, don't make me frown. Subscribe. Come on. If you subscribe and leave thumbs up and all that kind of like bell triggers and all that kind of stuff, it just allows me to understand what you guys enjoy seeing. And also, on a technical note, it allows YouTube to give me a little bit more exposure, so I can produce more, take time out to produce more videos. That said, I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a fabulous weekend, and I cannot wait to continue making videos for you again. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.